decade of the 1930s.
Movie opens by making me listen to a stupid little kid read a comic book. I think I would rather just read the words on screen. 5 minutes and 40 seconds of opening credits.
For the planet Krypton.
Isn't it just like Marlon Brando to deliberately mispronounce Krypton? Movie spends its first 10 minutes setting up the villains for the sequel instead of actually starting the story. Jor-El imprisons Zod and the others in a Listerine breath strip.
Jor-El, you are one of Krypton's greatest scientists.
Is he a scientist or a prosecutor?
I tell you, Krypton is...
Wait, so everyone in this movie mispronounces Krypton? You can totally see the curtain behind this planetary explosion.
The early history of our universe.
Jor-El provides several years' worth of educational lessons for Superman's flight to Earth, but fails to give him even one f***ing granola bar or fruit roll-up. You know who would love a good super long origin story? No one.
And just now orphaned.
Yeah, orphans are hilarious. Jeez, look at the size of Lana's pom-poms.
Got a lot of work to do. What are you talking about? I just finished that.
This asshole Brad knocks over all the equipment Clark stacked, including a bench, but Clark and Lana didn't hear a thing even though they're 5 feet away. Superman is addicted to footballs. Clark runs like a girl. A really, really fast girl.
Lois Lane.
This little girl turns into the 30-year-old Lois Lane in 12 years. So wait, Pa Kent never fixed that f***ing flat tire on the truck he was driving when he found Clark? Cheerios product placement proudly facing the audience in this shot and can't get enough of the spotlight as it magically turns around to face eager cereal buyers in this shot. You can see the director of this movie in the reflection of the revolving door. Clark gets stuck trying to go through the same section of the revolving door as Lois, so he waits for the next partition, but is in the same one as Lois in the next shot. Doesn't sticking the gun out kind of negate the fact that you're hiding? I guess Superman's secret identity is still safe. Who's gonna believe this pimp and his 2 hoes anyway? Well, someone needs a sandwich.
Flew up in the air again, he did, like a big bluebird.
Like a big blue bird.
Yeah, it's the 70s, but the news of Superman saving Lois and the helicopter somehow didn't make it to the police station even though there were hundreds of witnesses and news crews covering the event, not to mention other cops. Superman's head is way too large for his body in this shot. See a bobblehead?
Don't look, just fly.
Good thing you hired that co-pilot based on his lack of curiosity.
I'm afraid I just got carried away.
How does this hologram thing work? Did Jor-El spend most of his time recording every possible answer to his son's questions? Does a dead Jor-El just work like a way better version of Siri? Whoa, he flew all the way from Metropolis to New York City?
Given the exact location of the galaxy that he mentions,
Superman never told Lois where his galaxy was.
fragments from the planet Krypton exploded and went into outer space. It is reasonable to assume that some of those particles of debris drifted to Earth.
No, it's not.
A meteorite found in Addis Ababa.
Where does it say this meteorite came from Krypton?
The level of specific radioactivity is so high to anyone from the planet Krypton, this substance is lethal.
How do you know it's radioactive to people from Krypton? Who told you that?
Well, I suggest vigorous chest massage. If that doesn't work, mouth to mouth.
Yes, sir.
The U.S. military, on an important rocket delivery schedule, decide there's time to sexually assault the supposedly dead or unconscious Eve. But she's one of the bad guys, and it's the 70s, so I guess it's okay. Absolutely everyone in this convoy has to run to talk to Lex Luthor, and not one person feels the need to guard or watch the rocket the entire time. What? Lex Luthor's security camera feeds switch from the angle of Superman to a super close-up of the gun nozzle. Why does he even have a camera set up to record this? The military decides there's no need to recheck the coordinates of the rocket before it's launched.
Even you, with your great speed, couldn't stop both of them.
Lex says Superman can't possibly stop 2 missiles going in opposite directions and to 2 different coasts in time, and Superman seems to agree with him, which is odd when that whole going around the planet 100 times in a couple minutes thing comes up. So let's get this timeline straight, shall we? Lex, Otis, and Eve are in Colorado to sabotage the rocket while Lois and Jimmy Olsen are checking out a seemingly unrelated land fraud story. We're told that a meteorite was stolen from a museum in Addis Ababa the previous night, which we know Lex is responsible for. Then Lex talks to Superman through some dog-ear frequency, and he goes down to the underbelly of Metropolis, where Lex is waiting in order to expose Superman to the kryptonite. Lex and his bumbling henchmen have made the day-long flight from Ethiopia to Colorado by next morning, and from Colorado to New York, Metropolis, in like 2 minutes. Did a child draw the United States radar map? Somehow, Megatron is not unleashed when the Hoover Dam is destroyed. This would cause human beings to fall off the Earth, and it definitely wouldn't turn back time. Superman takes Lex and Otis straight to jail without due process.
Guilty.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Thanks, Mr. Narwhal.